up, say. One time for the hometown, I got love for it, it's real. Yeah. 2 times for the haters, man, cause I notice how this shit feel.
Welcome back, guys. This is the Matt Cutrer Report. Thank you again for joining us. We have 2 special guests in studio once again this week. So this is Stefan and Ashley Hambright. First of all, I want to say congratulations for the 20 under 40 nomination and winning that. So that was really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm still shocked that that's even happening, but I appreciate it. I appreciate
awesome. It. And we'll be right back, guys. We're going to throw to a sponsor, and then we're going to hear their elevator pitch. So from a sponsor, here we go. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Holscher Ranch Group has you covered. With a dedicated team and a passion for Texas land, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Visit HolscherRanchGroup.com or call 325-899-1403 to get started. Holscher Ranch Group, making land ownership dreams come true 1 acre at a time. All right, guys, welcome back. So let's jump into it. So let's start with Ashley, since you're sitting closest to me. So give us your elevator pitch, who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Ashley Hambright. I'm a realtor here with Coldwell Banker Legacy. I'm the team lead for the Hambright team. And there's, like we were talking about beforehand, there's not much I don't do right now. But I'm also serving as our Region 2 Tree Pack trustee for San Angelo for the Texas Realtors level. I will be the incoming Texas Realtors director for this area starting in January. And I am also the board secretary for the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Concho Valley here.
Wow.
That's a mouthful right there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Well, and I'm also the immediate past president for the San Angelo Association of Realtors. It's like every word every letter you can think of, I just have all
I know.
of them.
Yeah, how do you remember it all?
I don't. That's why I messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all voluntary. Y'all.
That's all voluntary, yes. So we also sell houses, in between all that.
Yeah. All right, Stefan, tell us who you are.
Well, I'm Stefan Hambright. I'm the marketing director for the Hambright real estate team. So I've been doing this with Ashley for, 7 years now almost. So really help out with the real estate side, marketing, make sure our properties are getting out there with the listings, pictures, videos, all that jazz. And that's what I do. Just make sure that we're selling houses and helping folks out find their dream home. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Yeah. That's cool. So tell us a little bit about, I liked how you were talking about kind of your history and how you got into real estate in the first place. Yeah. So explain that a little bit. Y'all were both working at Chevy, right? A dealership.
Yeah. We were coming from the car industry, and that was, it was a great opportunity to meet a lot of people, but I just realized a desk job just isn't for me. I one night was talking to my mom, and she said, get into real estate. It's super easy. Yeah, she has since apologized to me. She realized it real quick.
God, that's messed up.
You just drive around, open a door.
Go right there,
I think some people say that. They do. They're like, it's easy.
But they blame YouTube. Well, they watch these shows on
TikTok,
YouTube.
Yeah, TikTok makes everything. And that's the thing. If I'm making it look easy
while you're,
that's our job. Right. We're supposed to absorb and we're supposed to guide. Right. And so we do. That's good. That's our, we want to make it look easy, but I can promise you there's so much going on behind the scenes that people just aren't aware of. And so, But again, I'll take it as a compliment if people think we're doing that, But it's definitely not easy. My mom has apologized to me so many times.
That's good.
But it's also an rewarding career. It really is.
Absolutely.
When you see somebody, especially like a first-time home buyer, right? And they've worked so hard to get a house, and when they get those keys, and they start crying a little bit because
what's that lie? I bet that's cool.
Well, I start crying with them.
Yeah. There's so much emotion in this business.
That's interesting.
And we get the happies, we get the sads, we get the mom just died. I don't know what to do. We're getting divorced. We're having a baby. We get all of the spectrum of every emotion, and so it's a blessing to be able to be that person in that moment for that, on their journey.
That's a big deal. It's interesting because if you really think about it, most average people don't buy a house that often. No. So it's a very big moment.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
It's the biggest purchase you'll ever make in your life.
That's right.
So there's that emotion that's in there. And like Ashley said, our biggest job is to try to make it stress-free. Try to make it a little bit fun. Ashley always says this story before we became real estate agents, we bought our first house too. We just got married and we bought our first house, and our experience wasn't the best in the world.
It was bad. It was just, there was just a lot of okay, sure. We didn't really understand what was going on. Nobody does. And so that's why we've taken it upon ourselves to make sure people do fully understand what's going on, because we want to empower our clients. Yeah. They're adults.
Right.
They need to make the decision that's the best educated decision for their family or their situation. And so that's why we give so much information, because that was, again, it wasn't a bad experience. It just wasn't experience that we felt like we really knew where we were going.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah. Move forward with confidence. That's the biggest thing, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all are working together, right? At the dealership? And
so we were working at the dealership together, and then we jumped off into this together. We're always together.
Were y'all already married at the dealership?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did y'all meet, first of all?
Oh, that's a funny story. Want to say it? Want me to say it?
Which
Is it that bad?
No, it's fine. No, so I was a hiring manager at Pier 1 years ago. Yeah, when I was in college. And so we needed guys because they do not, well, I don't know if they do now, but at the time they would bring the really heavy things to the end of the truck.
Couches,
and we
chairs,
had to, dressers, I mean, the really heavy stuff that they put at the back of the store.
Yeah.
And we had to unload it. So I was sick and tired of unloading that crap.
Yeah.
So like we need dudes. Yeah. Like I don't care if they have a pulse, we're hiring dudes. Like, so this one walks in, he had a friend that was already working there, and so he walks in, he's wearing flip-flops, he's got his Abercrombie like layered pop collar
okay, so
thing
this is
on.
like, 2000s,
like, this
like,
shows up
that's
to a
what you
job
wore,
interview.
man.
It is,
But
dude.
again, he had a pulse and could fog a mirror, so I'm hiring him. It didn't matter.
Could fog a mirror. What does that mean?
He's alive.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one.
You're hired.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah. So that's where we met, and then we just became friends. I friend zoned him so hard for the couple.
Did?
Oh yeah, for like 2 years.
What?
Oh yeah.
2 years. How did you remove yourself from the friend zone?
Well, I got really sick.
Yeah.
I was really sick during that time, and I just needed a friend, and he was that person, and so we were able to kind of like just kind of bond and move into that next phase, and so it was good.
And what year did y'all get married?
2012.
Yeah, 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so y'all were at the dealership working together, and then you were always wanted to do real estate. You always wanted to be an agent.
Yeah.
So you went off, took your test, and then tell us just from there what you told me earlier.
Yeah, so I mean, she starts doing real estate, and before you know it, man, like she's killing it. She's just
wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, she was just rocking and rolling, and it got to a point like she was doing better than I was, and I was doing pretty good in the car industry. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, all the stress that came with the car industry and stuff like that, and we just had to kiddo.
And we just had Finn.
Yeah.
We had him in that November of 17, and so when he was working in Abilene at the time because he had started working for another dealership, and we were like, that commute was just killing us. And me as a first-time mom, I needed him home, and so we were like, you know what, screw this, we're just gonna let's phase into it. He'd been talking about it, and so we just kind of took that leap of faith, and it's been great.
Was the real estate, some people like to know this, was it difficult to get your real estate license, studying for it and the exam, or is it not too bad?
I haven't done it in about 10 years because my 10-year anniversary is coming up. So I know they have changed some of the test structures and things. So, I mean, yours, I think you did okay on yours. But I know they change them every so often just because.
With the test, you have to take a national level test and then a state level test.
Yeah, okay.
So, but it just depends on how long it takes you to get through all your courses because you have to take so many hours for your coursework, and then you have to, it's
like going back to college. It's like 100 hours or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's quite a bit of hours. And then once you get your license, then you have what's called a sales agent I don't know, SAE. Like there's another set of letters for us. And so they you have to do another set of coursework to be able to renew your license after 2 years. And then it's still coursework. You have to take like 18, 20 hours every 2 years.
For the end of time.
Till you retire.
Education.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a lot more that goes into it. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you want to be educated. I mean, we usually well surpass whatever the time, because we want to make sure we're educated and have all the information for our clients.
In this industry, you have to be because it's always a moving target of what's happening with the industry on a national and state level and a local level too. So you want to kind of be ahead of the curve with your education, taking those classes and stuff like that. And you'll have those aha moments whenever you do that because you're like, oh my gosh, like maybe I was doing something, that was outdated. Oh, yeah. And then you learn hey, you have to continue that education just to, do the best for your clients.
That's right. Yeah. It's there for a reason. Yeah. That's cool.
Absolutely.
So, I want to talk first a little bit about the real estate market here in San Angelo, and then we'll talk about the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
So what's going on with the market here in town? Is it, some people think, the interest rates are skyrocketing super high. I don't never want to buy a house until, whenever. Other people think it's a buyer's market, so what's going on really? What would y'all say?
So I will always start with, there is never a right time to do anything in life.
Good point.
That is the first thing I always tell any of our clients. There is not a right time, but if it's your time, that's the right time. So it's not uncommon in an election year. And we all know this is kind of a noisy election. I don't know if you've heard. But this year is creating a lot of fear for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. That's not even just, the house portion of things. So we usually see a little slowdown seasonally this time of year anyway. So working in from school starting until about, New Year's, it's a little slower. Now, we're not slow. I know other agents are. Thankfully, I'm going to knock on some wood.
Right,
we have not been slow at all.
Good.
But, again, there are people who are holding back. They want to see what the results of the election is. I mean, there's no way to know what the election's going to create either direction. I mean, without that crystal ball I've been searching for.
Well, real quick to interject, do you think if it went a certain way, one way would be better over another for real estate? Not really. No, okay.
No, because the thing is, there's so many other moving pieces that one person doesn't control that.
That's right.
And so
keeping it local with San Angelo, Texas, we have a little bubble here for the
in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Because, not only we have the base, which is awesome. It's grown so much over the last few years that Angelo State has grown as well. We have so many that Amazon new business is coming in.
Well, we have a strong community of retirees. So we have a lot of federal funding and a lot of steady money. In our area that we don't see the volatility that other areas like Austin, or some of these other bigger places, we don't see that. Even back in of course, this was before I was licensed, but in the 2008, bubble nonsense, San Angelo didn't experience what other places experienced. So we have this little cushion, for lack of a better term, that helps kind of create that stability in our market that we're very blessed to have.
Cool. Yeah. That's cool to hear.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever happens, I mean, the Fed's going to do what the Fed's going to do. If it's the right time for you, just take that leap of faith and just do what works for your
that
situation.
Old saying, you can only control what you control.
That's right.
So, I mean, and I get it. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of anxiety with any election year, this one more than most. But at the end of the day, like Ashley says, if it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah.
And you got to have a real estate team that's got your back.
Yeah.
And if you have that, you can accomplish anything you want when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yeah. So how do you get most of your clients? Are they referrals? Are they from advertising, marketing, that kind of deal?
Big majority is just people we know, repeats and referrals. So we're very thankful that people continue to trust us. We just closed one on Thursday, and that was the third time I've helped that family.
Really? That says a lot. That's cool.
So
it's old saying, if you take care of the customer will take care of you.
Well, they become family. I tell people from the beginning, I'm like, you're stuck with us. I mean, I'm sorry.
I like it.
You're family now. I mean, so, and we're very blessed that we have those clients that we can consider family, after we're done with that. And we're still keeping in touch. There's some that moved to Colorado a couple of years ago, and we still text each other periodically just to check in. And just because you form those bonds with people over these things that are, so monumental in their lives, and so we're part of that journey, so we take that very, very to heart to be there for them and to continue that relationship.
Cool. So with interest rates, they at the beginning of the year they were still pretty high. Have they gone down
a little
recently? They had a cut not too long ago.
I heard that people were kind of freaking out over it, and another realtor told me, yes, they're freaking out because they're used to these very low interest rates. Like, these are not actually that high. They're kind of normal. Was that true? Is that true?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So the stigma that got stuck in people's brains back in 2020 and 2021, I don't know if that was, you realize that was a weird time for everybody. And so, but that's what happened. They cut those interest rates so significantly because home was so crucial at that time.
Okay,
Safety.
And like we needed stuff. So the buyer pool now and the sellers are, because it was such a crazy time. People forgot there was a time before 2020 when that happened, and then they start having a tough time adjusting back that wasn't real for that very short amount of time.
That will never happen again.
I hope not.
No, but interest rates at that low, that'll
never happen again.
I mean, we don't know. We didn't think it would happen then.
Very unlikely.
Okay.
No, when I started back in 2015, where the interest rates are now is where they were.
Yeah.
And they were always kind of holding. And so, yes, they dropped in 2020 and 2021, but that was, again, an anomaly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could maybe see 5s because we're seeing 5s again. That's pretty much where you're going to see them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. So,
but again, we have to remind people that was a weird time for a lot of reasons, and that was just another little piece of it.
When you look at the historical data, like Ashley says, that you're like, oh, we're not that far off.
No.
Right.
We're really not.
Yeah. Is there a particular area of San Angelo right now that more homes are selling in that area, like Southland or Pauline or Bentwood? Or...
Our median price point stays about $250.
Okay.
And just in San Angelo in general.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot of the College Hills, some Southland. Those areas are going to move a little bit quicker.
Okay.
Because again, that's just that median range that everybody's a little bit more comfortable in.
Exactly. Yeah. What about, you said you had a specific certification or license to sell luxury homes.
License to sell luxury. I like that. I might have my biggest shirt next time.
License to sell luxury. That is good. Yeah.
So I have what's called a luxury home certification.
Okay.
So that helps give me a designation that helps kind of elevate the luxury experience for our clients. Cool. And so I am able to, kind of put them in a different stratosphere, for lack of a better term. So we can put them in magazines. We have special websites. The marketing is just
a notch.
It's just incredible. And so we have a lot of tools and resources for that market that we can help elevate that and, get their house sold for top dollar.
Yeah. One thing I didn't know about you, Stefan, is that you do some marketing and stuff in that realm. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing that really since I got out of college, to be honest with you. Just doing stuff with locals, really more word of mouth more than anything. And just got done recently redesigning the San Angelo Association of Realtors website and logo. So really, that was a great project. The Rainbow Room here locally. Yeah. Completely redid their website and logo as well. So we do stuff like that, 4 or 5 times a year, and it's just people that we know that are trying to get into the 21st century, trying to update their stuff, and happy to do it every time.
That's cool. So are you a graphic designer too?
Really, anything online. I mean, I made my first website when I was in middle school. And I
feel like we all did to a degree with MySpace.
You
go in there and get all the codes and change your background.
I would change my MySpace every
normal
day.
people like us stopped. This one kept going.
I was just always fascinated by it, like with the codes and everything like that. And I was always leaned to it. I did marketing in Angelo State. That's where my degree was. So
you had a degree in marketing.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So I always just lean towards that type of stuff.
Do you still have a MySpace?
Oh, I don't even know if MySpace.
Don't lie.
It's there. I can't log in.
He's over there.
MySpace. I mean, I think we all have it. We just they just disappeared, and so we have this whole secret life that no one will ever see anymore. We don't want to see it. We would go back and just.
That's funny. That's bad. Yeah. So what about? Let's talk about the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's your position there on the board?
So I'm on the board of directors, and I serve as the board secretary right now.
Nice. How long have you been doing that?
This year. This is my first year.
Cool. So what's going on with the Boys and Girls Club? First, tell us what the Boys and Girls Club is, what kind of programs they offer, and then tell us kind of what's going on with it right now.
So what it is, it's a program, or it's a set of programs for kids to go for after school. They can go in the summertime. Summer options. I forgot to mention that earlier when we were chatting. So it's a safe place for them to go after school. So there's transportation provided from schools to the clubs, which is huge. They get a hot meal, and some of those kids, that might be the only meal they're getting that night. So we serve dinner for them. But there's also homework help. There's programs that they, whatever their interests are. Obviously, big gym, they play basketball, the active portions of things. So there's a lot that goes into it, but right now we're in kind of a little bit of a financial bind because we rely solely on local donors.
Yeah, completely on local donors. Yeah. That's crazy.
So the biggest misconception is that there's funds coming from the national level. Now we get, support, in theory, but not financially.
Okay. Yeah.
And so the donors we've had are just not able to give, again, because inflation's up, things are costing more. And so those donors that we're used to getting funds from at a higher level aren't able to. They would if they could, but they just genuinely can't. So right now we've come to the community to see if we can get some help and just, this is a very philanthropic and very caring community.
That's
Tiffany and myself were on Concha Valley Live last week,
cool.
and we were able to get the word out there. And while we were on air, somebody actually donated some money onto the website while we were on air. That was pretty cool. Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, so that made us feel good. I was like, yes, one person was watching.
Yeah,
yes, Sonora did.
She did. I love Sonora.
Yeah, she's
so
awesome.
great.
Yeah. So, cool. But it was nice that again, that one person, we touched that one person enough that they felt to give, and so So if anybody,
is there anybody in particular that's doing sort of a campaign for the Boys and Girls Club like that?
It's kind
of full on.
Well, it's kind of the board.
Yeah,
we're driving it, and because we want to help get the word out, and all of us have our different spheres of influence that we can kind of put the word out in different places. So it's kind of
go on their Facebook, the Boys and Girls Club. They have all the information there of how you can donate and everything like that.
And then on our website, there's actually a donate now button. You just push it, and then you can put all your stuff in.
I think I can help with this.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm going to try to help with this in my own way. Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Cool.
Every penny helps.
Yeah, every penny helps. Wow. And so, what programs have been cut so far?
None so far.
Oh, good.
We're trying to keep it where the kids don't feel any effect, and that's the thing. And so that's what we're trying to prevent from happening. We don't want to. We can't afford to fail the kids.
That's right.
We can't afford to fail. These are our future leaders in our community. These are our future bosses in industry, and so we need to keep them going, and they don't need to know any of this is going on.
I'm a firm believer that programs like that can make all the difference for certain kids.
It's the foundation to our community.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's nice to see the kids come back, and so one of our current vice president, he was a kids club.
Yeah, cool.
And so or club kid, I got that backwards. But anyways, he's serving now at the vice president level for the board because he feels that strongly. And so it's nice to see that come full circle. So again, that's inspiring that next generation.
Yes, very cool. Yeah. What about the Boys Ranch? Are they? Do you know if they're doing well? Are they taking kids right now? Do you know anything about
I don't know. Yeah, we're not affiliated with that one.
I didn't think you were. I was just wondering because that's one other option we have out there, thankfully.
Yeah. No, we drive by it sometimes.
Yeah.
I know where it is, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
I could try and find out for you, though.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So what else? What else y'all got going on right now? Is there anything in particular y'all got going that you want to plug or anything like that? Or
no, we're just finishing out Q4 and looking forward to helping some more people. And
for sure.
We have a cute little first-time homebuyer couple that's buying their first house on Friday, and they're super excited. Yeah. So just feeding off that energy and just keep pushing forward.
Yeah. Cool. So let's talk just a little bit about your personal life. Okay. Yeah. So what's it like? Y'all just have a 6-year-old, right?
Yeah.
So how is that? How's that been? Has it been from the beginning? Y'all have been cohesive and everything's been good as parents?
Yeah. No, it's been good. I mean, it's tough working with your spouse, but it's also nice because you can talk about things and you both actually understand.
Yeah.
Fully with the other person or tag team them in. And when we say we're always together, we are always.
We're the Three Musketeers. We're the Three Musketeers.
We are always together.
Our kid, I call him the mascot of the Hambright team.
He really is. Yeah.
How old was he on his first closing?
He was 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old.
Closing.
Yeah.
I literally took him to closing. Yeah, he still was all peely. He looked like a potato. And I'm like walking around here. I took pictures of him. I looked back now. I was like, I really shouldn't have shown him like that. He was all gross looking. But
what do you mean peely? What do you mean?
They're like gross when they for a little bit.
Newborn.
When they're really
no. He was.
He was newborn.
I'm super maternal. You can tell.
Yeah.
And but I look back at the pictures we had in this cute little. What did the onesie say? It was like. Coldwell Banker agent in training or something. It was really cute. But
looking for a new crib, call my mommy or something.
Yeah, he had a couple options.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that was his first closing.
Yeah. Stefan, you didn't have any issues at first, like connecting with the newborn, like your son, like anything like that. Was it hard for you as a dad?
He's the mom in the relationship.
I'm the mom and dad. 100%.
Oh yeah, he is like.
That's cool.
He's incredible with that. Yes.
How do you? Man, I had issues with that at first.
Well, I mean, everybody's different, but all I know is that we're extremely blessed to have our kiddo. He's just a good kid.
Yeah,
that's cool.
He's just a good, kind kid, and she's my best friend, and my kiddo's my best friend.
Dang, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, I spent the whole day with him. 2 days ago. We're getting ready. He's a Boy Scout now. I was a Boy Scout too.
Okay.
So we're gonna be camping here pretty soon at Camp Fawcett. She doesn't do the camping deal. So
They're gonna go. I'm gonna enjoy a girls' weekend.
Yeah.
So getting tense, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You get all the gear and everything like that, and he's just so excited and everything like that. And I spent the whole day with him, and it was just spending a day with my friend.
Yeah, but they've always had that instant.
I love
bond.
that.
Yeah, they always had that instant connection.
Even as a baby. Yeah. So were you immediately knew how to do? You jumped in and changed diapers and made bottles and all that. And
I don't know if I knew how to do it, but I just did it anyways.
Yeah, you
he learned. He tried his best.
Well, I think it's important also that as his wife and the mother that you let him learn, and mess up and find out on his own, For me, it was difficult just because my son was really attached to his mother.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know how to do a lot of those things. And so I would try. And then, she'd be like, no, you got to do it this way. And I'd get frustrated, like, well, I can never do it right, I guess, And so I think
that's
it's
just
important.
marriage.
Yeah.
That's just marriage.
It is, yeah. It is. But for me, it was about when he started walking, or at least when he started in his walker. He couldn't walk on his own, but, he's roaming around the house and that. We started connecting more, and it got better and better and better, and it's just incredible.
And it'll just keep getting better, especially as they develop their own little personalities, and you're able to kind of like help shape him going forward, and having those that connection, it'll get better.
Because our kiddo, man, his personality, oh my gosh.
What's he like?
He's a ham.
Oh, is he?
He is something else. Yeah, but I love his confidence. So that's what we talk about. I was very, very, very shy in elementary school. Yeah. I even had my fourth grade teacher, I ran into her years ago, and she kind of looked at me funny, and she's like, I'm just really shocked you're just like so open. And of course I'm thinking, okay, where are we going with this? And she's like, yeah, like people would talk to you and you would just turn bright red, and you would just, and I don't remember that. I probably blocked it out.
Yeah.
But so it's just, I love that he's not seeming to go through that phase.
He's never met a stranger.
He's confident. Because he's been with people, he's with adults. And so he has a little bit more of a mature temperament for his age, which is fun.
What do you think has been the most fun age so far? Like right now?
I think right now is my favorite.
I've heard that's a fun.
5, 6 has been my favorite because again, just watching him turn into like a little human.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, because I'm doing Boy Scouts. I'm coaching all of his teams. I've done baseball, football, soccer. So like
you're coaching a bunch of that? Dude, I love that. Yeah. That's cool.
So that type of stuff, like, oh man,
I know.
It's the best. It
yes.
really is.
Yes. So what about for you two in terms of conflict management, just as a couple? Because I know I've worked with my spouse before when I was married. Yeah. We owned a gym together. We worked together. We went home. We did everything together. Yeah. And sometimes that was difficult. Yeah. And so how is that for y'all? Has it been a learning process, or have y'all always been pretty cohesive? Like,
it's a combination of the two. So, I mean, obviously you're going to have your good and bad days. Everybody has that no matter what. But we will actually, we could be in the middle of an argument and then something comes up for work and we're like, okay, we have to switch. Yeah, we have to pause and we have to switch. We have no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, because there's times where we have clients on either side of one transaction or things like that. And so it's literally, okay, you need to pretend like you like me for 2 seconds so we can talk about this. And then we are able to, get done what we need to. So it's learning. I mean, and like he always says, my love language is arguing. It's not, but he's just
really good at it.
but it's just because he doesn't listen to me in the first try. But, it's, there's always, you're always learning, you're always improving, you're always, moving forward with this person and your business. And so it's just, you have to just figure out what works.
Well, the thing with Ashley that I always admire is that she's always trying to improve herself. She's trying to get to the next better version of herself. And that, puts the challenge on me to try to do the same thing. We have that relationship where we want the best for each other.
To me, that's
and we push each other. Sometimes we don't want to be pushed.
Yes.
He doesn't want to be pushed.
Yeah. And, we get in our comfort zone and everything like that, but you got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Yeah. That's right.
It's that old saying, so we do that. And we make sure that we push each other to our next best version of ourselves.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's essential in a good relationship.
Oh, yeah. And in a business. So, if we're not growing as individuals, how is our business going to grow and how are our clients going to benefit from that? So, it's a whole, domino effect.
Yeah, it all goes together.
For sure. So, what about, let's say that you guys are having an argument. Which is it? Something for you, I'll say for you, Steph, is it something where you need a space, you need to get away for a while and then come back and talk it out? Or are you able to talk it out right there in the moment?
He's the distance. I'm the talk it out in the moment.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, if I take a couple deep breaths, like I say this to my son all the time, take 3 deep breaths and then you're going to be okay. Whatever anger that you have.
Yeah, it's good advice.
Because if you say what you really want to say when you're angry, you're going to regret it later.
Well, I saw something on, I think it was on Facebook. It says, say the third thing. The first thing's going to get you in trouble. The second one's probably going to hurt feelings. Say the third thing. Yeah. And I actually just saw that. I didn't even tell you about that. And I was like, that's actually not bad advice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
And we're very similar in a lot of different ways, but we have differences. So sometimes she's going to react to something differently than me, but that's okay. As long
sometimes
as
I'm right, he's wrong, you know.
Yeah. That's Ashley for you right now. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, if we come together and we figure out what the issue is, whatever it is, work, life, kid, whatever, and we come to that common ground, and me and Ashley, you know, we're able to do that. You know, sometimes it may take a little bit longer than others, but I mean, we always find the right path in the end.
Yeah. And lastly, I'll just ask one more thing about that. Have y'all ever done any kind of couples counseling at all? No. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I'm all for it. Again, always be willing to improve yourself. And if that's what's going to help you in your situation, go for it. There's nothing wrong with therapy. There's nothing wrong with
I love hearing
counseling
you say that.
or anything. Yeah.
There's such a stigma here. And one of the things I'm trying to do is help to change that with like West Texas Counseling and Guidance.
Oh, yeah.
They're fantastic. And we especially for men, you know, that guys are like, I don't need counseling or whatever. So that's cool. I think you don't even need to be in a place with your partner where you're arguing.
No.
Counseling will help anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If you're working on yourself, I mean, and I actually visited with them back when you kind of referenced when I was so sick when I was in college. I, 18 years old, going through a lot of stuff that you can't control and being scared. I needed a place to talk. And so they were fantastic.
Cool.
Therapy and counseling is not a sign of weakness.
Right.
If anything,
no, not at all.
That's a point of strength.
Yes.
That you're willing to work on yourself.
That's
on
right.
your
and you care enough
relationships.
to be able to do that.
Yeah. I love hearing that. So, before we get out of here, I always do this one at a time.
Okay.
Tell us 3 things that you're genuinely grateful for.
I'll let you go first. You're better at that.
Okay.
on the spot, I'll have to think.
Oh, well,
I'm grateful,
number one is my son. I mean, I every single day that I am just to be dad of my kiddo, I'm thankful for. So I appreciate him, how he's growing, how he's turning into a little man, and I'm able to be there with him every step of the way. So that's number one. I'm thankful for Ashley. Everything in my life she is my foundation. I mean, whether she's my wife, my best friend, my business, she's just probably too much. Like literally we do a lot of things together.
Maybe I should have gone first.
But no, and then lastly, I'll be cheesy here. The Longhorns are number 1 in the nation.
Oh, yeah, dude. You're a Horns fan?
From Austin, man.
Oh, yeah. Did you go to UT?
No, I went to Angelo State, but I was born in Austin, Texas. And literally
he has a Bevo tattoo on his chest, so we're committed.
Orange, man. That's cool.
So,
that's when we knew we liked you.
Yeah. All right, cool. What do you got?
Well, I'm thankful and grateful for our health. We work very hard to maintain a level of health that, is manageable. And because I've been through some things in my past, and I'm happy that I've evolved from that. Thankful for our family, because without you guys and my parents and, of course, my support system, we couldn't do anything we do.
That's right.
They set this incredible foundation for me to move forward and, things I aspire to or from that example. And so I'm very, very thankful for that. And I'm thankful for new friendships and new opportunities to come visit with people and make those connections with people around the community and just be part of something bigger than myself.
I love that. That's really cool. And then lastly, what makes you genuinely happy or brings you joy? Like, what is it all about to you?
Want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay.
Last one.
I mean, what makes me genuinely happy is Longhorns being the number 1 team in the nation.
Hey, if that brings you genuine happiness.
I'm a simple man.
I'll take it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, he's great.
I was waiting for this profound answer.
I mean, I have a profound answer, but I mean, good. I'm genuinely happy, man.
For the question now.
What makes you genuinely happy or brings you joy?
Okay. Really being able to help people. To my core, I have a servant's heart. And so being able to provide that service to people, whether it's my family, my son, our clients, anybody, that's what feeds me.
Yeah.
And that's why I drive him crazy, because I'm always volunteering for new things, but I'm able to fulfill that and hopefully help spread that logo.
Yeah. That's mine too. I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you guys for doing
thanks
this.
for having us. We really appreciate
This was awesome. This was really good. I'll put the information how to donate to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
The link and all that. All right, guys. So this has been the Matt Cutrer Report with our special guests, Stefan and Ashley Hambright. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care.
What up, say?
That was awesome.
One time for the hometown, I got love for it, it's real. 2 times for the haters, man, cause I notice how this shit feel. 3 times for my family, dog, cause this shit done paid our bills. And I get 4 times my net worth from a year ago with no deals. Did it all.